Hello. You may have guessed, I am an artiste. Alright, so listen, we just wanted to show you a little bit of what we're doing with this here sculpture, okay? Essentially, ignore my messy shop. We're using a product called Bondo, which is auto body repair putty. And we painted in some of this area, even though they're not completely symmetrical yet. I just want to give you a little idea what it's going to look like when it's finally blackened, okay? So essentially you saw just a little bit of the process where we are carving the Bondo after it's hardened up. Bondo goes on, you can buy it in Home Depot. It goes on in a two-part concoction where you mix it up, and it mixes up, and it basically, you apply it kind of like peanut butter, okay? So it goes on really soft and sloppy and gloppy, and you can't control it. So the best you can do is kind of make a basic shape. As you see this section right here, it kind of goes on in little goops, and then once you carve it out, you'll start to see imperfections and more holes in it, so you have to put another layer. And then you carve that and sand that, and then you put another layer. And that's what we're doing with this sculpture. You can see these guys right here are quite symmetrical. They're almost to a point of finish, okay? Because what you have to do, what we do, what I do anyway as a sculptor, is I'll work on a part, I'll step back from it, see how it looks as a distance. Sometimes I'll use calipers to measure. Other times we'll just go by the eye. And sometimes we'll say, okay, like this ball right here, it needs a little bit more material right in this section. So we'll add a little bit more material there. Let it harden up, and then we'll carve it again. And I carve with different tools. I use the sander with really coarse grit sandpaper. And then I use an actual wood carving tool sometimes too. So this is the sculpture. This is the correct height. We wanted to go for 48 inches, and there it is. And my daughter and I are gonna work on shaping and giving symmetry to the final pieces, and that's where it's at. It's a tedious process. It's a long process. It takes time, and it's multiple applications of the product, of the resin, and then sanding, and then stepping back from it, and then adding a little more, and then sanding. So that's what we're doing. We're pretty far along, and it's looking great. There you have it. Old man, look at my life. I'm a lot like you were. Old man, look at my life. I'm a lot like you were. Old man, look at my life. 24 and there's so much more. Live alone in a paradise makes me think of two. I'm lost at such a cost, thinking things that won't get lost, like a coin that won't get tossed, rolling on to you.
take a look at my life. I'm a